And then the following morning, that was when we actually went on our dive. We got picked up by Belize Pro Dive Center. There we go. It was like at 8:30 or something like that. So the four of us went out there. We went to the dive shop. You and I got fitted for like our BCs and got our regulators, and we put together all the equipment. What I liked about them was they didn't necessarily do everything for you.
They made us do our own gear setup.
Which I actually really liked, and the reason why they said that was because they wanted us to be familiar enough with the equipment in case of emergency. And
they also wanted to watch and see how experienced you really were.
Yeah, and so I really appreciated that. So, ta-da! So yeah, we put together our stuff. They checked it. They showed us how to, because it was all integrated weights. So they showed us how our different BCs worked with the weight deployment if you needed to, which wasn't that big of a deal since we didn't really dive that deep. And then it was a very large group on our excursion.
15.
Yes. They had 4 people with us. One was a dive master for a couple that was getting their certification. Then there were 2 dive masters for the rest of the divers, and then 1 guy for the boat/snorkelers, which was your dad and your sister. So it ended up being a group of 5 divers per dive master, which actually is pretty good. But what I didn't realize is that we were going to literally be out there with everybody else on the island.
There's about 15 boats.
We pulled up and I'm like, well, yeah, this is totally our secret spot to go diving. It was nuts. There was people swimming everywhere. And I have never experienced a dive kind of like that where it was just so crowded.
Underwater wasn't bad, but on top of it, there was probably at least 50 snorkelers in the water when we pulled up.
Yeah. But despite the crowd, the marine life was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I don't really recall seeing that many fish in one place outside of Hawaii.
Yeah, that was the most marine life we've seen.
It's like the Bahamas, you see fish, but they're it's almost like I kind of equivalated it to the prairies. There's just a lot of space, so they all move, into that space. And this one, everything's just so condensed, and so all the fish are right there, and they all swim in pretty decent sized, schools.
On our way down the channel, at one point we got under a big mass of seagrass, which had a bunch of sea life under it, but it was very dark. And our dive master actually went to the middle, about 15 feet under it, and blew a bunch of air out of his out of his regulator, and made a huge cloud of air going up to the surface, which when it hit, made all the grass spread out. And it let the sunlight come through, and you could see there was a huge horde of just fish everywhere.
Of fish. It was literally one of those moments where the sky, light from heaven shines down and goes, oh. It was kind of one of those moments.
So that was kind of cool.
That was really cool.
It was a big stingray.
It was really big.
About 3 feet across. across, and he was hiding in the sand. So he was buried down, but you could just see his outline.
It was so
sand.
cool. I was
And
like geeking out on the inside. So when we finished that dive, we got back up on the boat, and we only went like 5 minutes away, right? And that was Shark Ray Alley. Not to be confused as one animal, Shark Ray. It is Shark and Ray Alley. And
there's no alley.
It's basically just grass. But they go out there and they feed the sharks.
Yeah, they chum the water, and
Yeah.
all the fish and the rays and the sharks swim up and eat. But while they're eating, you're in the water with your snorkel gear snorkeling around. It's about 7 feet deep.
Yeah, they were pretty much all nurse sharks. And there were like 2 or 3 different rays out there when we were out there. So it was fun to just kind of chase them around. And you basically jumped in the water like right next to the sharks as they were eating.
Apparently they told everyone to go off on the other side of the boat. I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
And furthermore, I did a backwards scuba diving type entry and landed basically in the jumbo.
I'm like, well, at least he's in the middle of the action. He doesn't have to wonder where the sharks are.
I looked behind me and I saw a shark, so I waited for him to went backwards and forgot it was like a 3-foot drop to the water, landed flat on my back. Which didn't feel good.
No.
But then, like, looked and there's, like, shark right here and another shark right there, which they're nerf sharks.
Yeah.
Not nerf sharks. Nurse sharks. Yeah. So they're not going to bite you. They're not going to hurt you, and everything else was fish, you know. So I wasn't nervous about getting hurt or anything. But, yeah, it was kind of funny because everyone's, like, around, like, 10 feet away watching all this stuff, and then suddenly, they're looking through the water, this big splash goes boosh, and the fish all go out and come back, and then there's me like doo-doo.
But yeah, that wasn't quite as fun as some other snorkeling adventures that we've had.
Once the chum's gone, the fish go away.
Yeah, so basically just chased them around and tried to get good video, and we were only allowed to stay in there for a little bit before we had to go back.
Yeah, for like 20 minutes.
Maybe. So what was nice was once we were done snorkeling, we actually got dropped off straight away. We didn't have to go back to the dive shop.
Yeah.
So we got back, we were able to just grab a little tiny bit of lunch. I think we hung out just at the condo. You and I went geocaching with Reagan.
For 10 minutes.
Yeah. All right, little one has had a nap. We have gotten checked into our flight, and now we are going to go find a geocache. So this is the restaurant we came to the first night that we were here. And we wanted to eat there again, but it's closed on Mondays. Geocache finding.
Good job, baby.
Reagan, good job. I love these flowers. They're so cute. Oh, wow. They're really pretty. Big. And then we showered and got ready and then actually went back out to town. And we went to eat at a place called El Fagon, which ended up being my favorite meal of the trip. Does Mommy need to put your hair in a ponytail? What are you doing?
Yeah, if they pack it full of just rice and beans. Hi. You're sucking on the tag and your binky.
Okay. I got this like orange ginger shrimp with coconut rice, and they added habanero to it because I told them I liked spicy, and it was amazing. And it was like the perfect amount of spice where it was still like you could tell, but it wasn't like overpowering.
I got my food and took a few bites. So usually, like if something looks really good from Addie, I'll be like, "Hey, can I have just a little taste of that?" And I turn and went, "Hey, okay, it's gone."
It was so good.
Answer is no.
But I liked it because it was supposed to be like traditional Belizean food. And it was all cooked over an open fire and things like that. So supposedly it's authentic and it was really, really tasty. And I want to totally make it at home now. Then that night we just kind of packed a little bit. And we just had some family time, just hanging out and talking. What are you doing?
Trying to stay awake.
Oh my goodness, where did Reagan go? She disappeared. Peeks! Yeah? Oh my goodness. Oh, careful. Oh my goodness. Reagan disappeared. Where'd she go? Where'd she go? There she is! Peeks! Oh my goodness, where did Reagan go? Peeks! And then the following morning was basically our travel day. So we woke up, packed, traveled. We flew Tropic Air again, thank goodness, because
Mine was late.
Everybody's on the plane. back to Houston, and their flight was delayed, but ours was actually on time, surprisingly. And we ended up getting seats relatively close to each other, and a wonderful gentleman was willing to switch seats with us so that we could help out with Reagan together. And then we got home pretty late and stopped at In-N-Out Burger. And then picked up our dog.
And then had pancakes the following morning.
Yay!
As per tradition.
It's kind of it's our family tradition to have pancakes either that night or the following morning.
Whenever we get back.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing some of our Belize trip, and we will see you guys next time. Whenever that is. Bye!